Welcome back, Southwest Wisconsin. We are back with another episode of Beyond the Whistle. See what I did there? Lower. Yeah, okay. Yeah, all right. State week's here, brother.
Yeah. Best week of the year.
Best week of the year. This week, we are going to run through all of the brackets that have a Clash team in it. SWC or SWAL. So big or small, we've got them all. So let's break down.
Yeah.
Oh, and hot news. Jax Forrest, red shirt, gone.
Burned
In the NCAA tournament, as long as he has a decent Big 12 tournament.
Yeah, so, I mean, he mollywopped. Okay.
Mollywopped. No, you're right. Mollywopped Ayala.
Two-time finalist. Tech followed him. Ayala has not looked great this year. I believe he's below 500, but still ranked like 9th somehow. I don't get that, but...
All right, starting off, Division III, 106-pounders. We've got three of them, it looks like.
We got three area wrestlers in that bracket. So we have Wyatt Schramm of Riverdale, Trig Riley of Mineral Point, and Griffin Wininski of Iowa Grant Highland.
Yeah, Schramm's the 8 seed, Riley the 4 seed, and Wininski, the Clash champion
at 113 pounds.
At 113 pounds. Wineski, the 6th seed, dropping down to 106. Who do you got? What do you got happening in this bracket?
So I have Trig Riley of Mineral Point finishing 4th. I have Dakota Kraft of Edgar finishing 3rd. Tucker Keberlin of Shiocton finishing 2nd, and your champion Sterling Shannon of Ozaki.
Yeah. So Schramm with the 8 seed. If he gets through, he's got the 1 seed, the Shiocton boy.
No. Yep, you're right.
43-1 in the quarterfinals.
Mm-hmm.
Trig Riley from Mineral Point is set up the best to get to the semis. I think he gets to the semis. Mm-hmm. I think he gets bounced by the Shiocton kid there. And Wineski is not in a terrible spot either to get to the semis. And Wineski's just a little bit, he's a hard style to wrestle, right? He's just a little different than everybody else. So I wouldn't be shocked if we had 2 semifinalists in that bracket. I think there's a good chance all 3 of them get a placement.
Who's your champ?
I would take Dakota Kraft, the freshman, 45-3 from Edgar.
From Edgar.
Yep. I think if my guess is, I wouldn't be shocked if I didn't look at it, but my guess would be is that 1 loss for Shiocton might be to him.
Could be. I didn't get too far into that
and with these seedings, the freshman's never. How's a freshman get a 2 seed? I mean, it is 106, so it's a bunch of freshmen.
It's 106, so there is a lot of freshmen there. So the majority of that's just going to go off of record and head-to-head. So
yeah, I'm taking a 2 seed.
Division II, 113 pounds. We do have 1 area wrestler in that, and that would be Bronco Garcia of Cuba City, Benton, Southwestern, the 41-4 freshman. He is the 8 seed. How do you see that one playing out?
I've got him getting beat by Frey in the quarterfinals, fighting through the backside. So the best you could do is 5th. You have 1 hiccup in there, and you're not placing. So 5th, 6th. Is the best he's going to do in my book.
I have Caden Hahn of St. Croix Falls finishing 4th. Colin Frey of Evansville finishing 3rd. Gregory Hellendrung of Clinton Hilbert finishing 2nd. And your champion, Reese Vengra of Wilmot Union. So last year's champion at 106 pounds, Colin Freya finishing 3rd.
Really?
Yeah, I was feeling a little spicy.
I guess you were. I don't know that you can. So you got him losing in the semis, not even in the finals.
I'm losing the semis.
To Gregory Hellendrug.
Yep.
I think I'm taking the returning state champ on that one.
That'd be a safe bet.
All right. Zach is spicy tonight. You heard it here first, folks.
D3, 113 pounds. We have 3 area wrestlers. We have Will Cradaville of Lancaster, the 30-10 junior, with the 9 seed, James Schramm, the 17-6 sophomore from Riverdale, the 8 seed, and Memphis Burkholter, the 33-4 sophomore from Mineral Point, the 3 seed. What do you have to say about that one?
All right, so Cradwell and Schramm are going to wrestle first round. I've got Schramm getting out of that one and then hitting Underwood, the 1 seed, again in the quarterfinals. Heading to the backside. Best you can do is 5th. 1 hiccup. And then I think Burkhalter's sitting in a good spot. But I think he gets bounced as well as the 3 seed. And he's fighting for 5th.
Yeah, so in this one I have Chase Heimerman of Cedar Grove, Belgium, finishing 4th. Leighton Grudenfeller, another Grudenfeller, finishing 3rd from Pecatonic Argyle. And then I've upset here Taylor Underwood of Marathon, the younger Underwood, finishing 2nd. And Waylon Fry of Glenwood City, Pinstripe City. Those pinstripes look pretty cool, especially on Championship Saturday.
Oh, yeah.
Finishing 1st from Glenwood City. So,
all right. There you go.
Who do you have at 113 pounds winning that one?
I'm going to take the Underwood. Chalk.
All right, D2 120. This is probably the bracket that I will be following the closest and the one that I am most interested in on Saturday evening. We do have one local wrestler, and that would be Shane Roshan of Dodgeville, the 28-2 junior, who is the 2nd seed. Walk me through this one, what you think.
It's no contest. Roshan's winning.
You heard it here first, folks.
It's a done deal. He's avenging the loss at the last year's state finals and in the sectional finals to Bolig, and he's taken, as the kids would say, the dub, if you will.
So I believe they wrestled 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So they've wrestled 5 times, I believe, just going off of in my head. And I believe he's 1-4 against Bolig. The only time beating him was at sectionals last year. And
that's fine.
And you think that he's got him?
I think so.
I have Easton Fretchlin of Wrightstown finishing 4th. Corbin Weiss of Regis Altoona finishing 3rd. And then from Dodgeville, Roshan finishing 2nd. And Bolig steaming towards 4 state titles, picking up his 2nd of 4.
All right, we will see.
That one, I mean, I don't know that there's a lot of good wrestling this weekend, but that one probably intrigues me the most because he took Roshan's chance at 4. And how often does that happen? And then they end up back in the same bracket.
If they were going to pick a weight, they're going to start at 126. It's easy, right? There's no other. I mean, maybe D1's got a few matchups like it, but
a whole lot of D1 digging.
I didn't either.
But I mean, in just personal, that's where I would want to start. Yes, absolutely. D3, 120 pounds. We have a couple area wrestlers. We have Wyatt Trapper Hoffman, the 8 seed from Iowa Grant Highland, the 33-12 freshman, and then Hunter Reed, the 5 seed from Prairie du Chien, the 44-9 junior. Walk me through what you think happens here.
All right, so Trapper, the 8 seed, has the 9 seed right off the bat. After that, in the quarterfinals, he would have Underwood. So whether he wins first round or second round, he is in the backside after the quarterfinals match. Underwood takes him. There again, we've said it once, we've said it twice. The best you can do is 5th. 1 hiccup and you're out. Reed, I think, is probably about in the same boat. He does have the 5 seed. I'm not sure how a 53-1 record gets you the 4 seed for that sophomore out of Three Lakes.
What bracket are you looking at?
120-pound D3, so this 4 seed.
You went with, so there's 3 teams there. You went with the third team.
Yeah, the easiest one to pronounce. I can pronounce 3 Lakes.
Okay, that's fair, I guess.
All right. So, yeah,
Well,
I think Reed gets beat in the quarters by that kid. And again, so he's fighting on the backside. And I wouldn't be shocked if one of them get through in place. I doubt both of them do. It's very hard when you're coming out of the same side, right? I mean, you're obviously you can't place unless you lose. One of these guys lose first round. Otherwise, they're going to be on the same side of the bracket. So there it is. And I've got Blake Underwood, the 52-0 senior, taking it. The championship match. Are you coming back to us today? Should we have a commercial break?
Breaking news. It's not really good breaking news. So we lost a kid for the season, the youth level.
Tonight.
Yesterday.
Dang it all.
Yeah. So not great news, but.
Got hurt. Injury bug. Hit him again.
He got hurt at Dodgeville yesterday. Yeah.
Darn it. Who do you got top 4?
So yeah, I have, the gentleman from WIAA Fremont finishing 4th. Riker Schleckengig of Wabeno Leona 3 Lakes, not that difficult, finishing 3rd. Gavin Slark of Marquezan finishing 2nd. And Blake Underwood finishing his senior season undefeated. I can't remember I don't know if he's on 4 watch or if he's 1, 2, and this will be 3. But heck of a career for Mr.
I think he's
Underwood.
on 4.
I want to say that he has 1, 3, but I was going to look today to confirm, and I did not. But I think he handles business fairly easily. And
where's he going? Any idea?
I did not look up.
Yeah, I didn't either.
But I would imagine somewhere.
D1, I'm sure.
D3, 126 pounds. I got a couple local area wrestlers. The first being the 3 seed Liam Carey of Mineral Point, the sophomore with a 42-6 record. And then Ashton Udelhoven of Basketball Wazika Steuben, or as Kyle would just say, he's from Steuben. The 14 seed with a 35-11 record, the junior. Walk me through a little bit on this one. What you think?
Udelhoven loses to Carey first round. They wrestle one another. So Udelhoven loses that match. Probably loses another one on the backside. I don't have Udelhoven placing, and I have Liam Carey as your D3 126-pound state champion.
Interesting. I have Evan Sigfuss of Black Hawk Schulzberg finishing 4th. Liam Carey of Mineral Point finishing 3rd. Parker Springens of Brilliant finishing 2nd. And the Phenom of Aquinas finishing 1st.
There you go. Carey's beat the Phenom this year already.
Well, the Phenom, Phenoms turn it on when the lights are the brightest. So
2-time bi-state champion.
Correct.
Phenom.
Just 1. Oh, well, Blake Underwood will win his...
Third, second, first.
He will win his 2nd this weekend.
Okay. You heard it here first, folks.
All right. D2, 132 pounds. We have 1 area wrestler. That's Briggs Weigel of Belmont Platteville. The 5 seed, the sophomore, with a 50-6 record. Talk a little bit about that one.
I think he gets out first round, gets beat by Berg in the 2nd round, goes to the backside, fights back for 5th place, I think does Briggs. He wrestles right to his seed is what I have down.
So I have finishing in 4th place Logan Shad of Kiel. In 3rd place, I have Briggs Weigel of Belmont Platteville. 2nd place, Michael Cyanico of Coleman. And in 1st place, Brady Collins, the senior of East Troy.
I've got Koss winning that bracket.
Okay. I mean, you're entitled to your opinions. At 100
I'm feeling spicy.
At 138 pounds in Division II, we have one area wrestler. That is Evan Curtis, the 9 seed from Cuba City, Benton, Southwestern, with a 34-11 record, the junior. Talk a little bit about this one.
So Evan Curtis, the 9 seed, has the 8 seed first round. I think he gets through that match. Has the 1 seed in the quarterfinals. Once again, gets beat by the 1 seed. Heads to the backside. Best you can do is 5th.
Yeah. So I have Antonio Soul of Amory finishing 4th. Brady Geyser of Chautauqua Prairie Farm finishing 3rd. William Christopher of New London finishing 2nd. And we start 4-watch early with Liam Crandall of Evansville, the freshman, winning one. And okay, so I was doing a lot of
I've got Crandall as well.
It's starting to get a little bit ridiculous with Evansville. I'm the biggest Evansville fan. I'm starting to look for houses down there, I think. He has a younger brother that's probably better. He's only a 6th grader, but he just wins everything.
Yeah. He's a stud. They're both.
I didn't. They just pull him out of thin air down there.
Thin air. Something in the water.
I'm going to go start drinking that water, I think. Here's Sebastian. Here, maybe it'll fix his arm.
Yeah.
D3, 138 pounds. We have a couple of area wrestlers. We have Samuel Springer, the 8 seed from Mineral Point with a 32-9 record, the sophomore, and Brody Meese of Riverdale, the 45-3 senior, the 3 seed. What do you think happens there?
The bright lights come on at the Kohl Center.
Does it work in his favor?
I think Brody gets one this year. He's been there twice in the finals. Seconds, he's got a bad taste in his mouth for second, I think. Brody Meese, your state champion.
So I agree. I do not think that he finishes 2nd this year as well.
You think he's getting 3rd? You think he's getting beat by Johnson?
I think Brady, he will end up getting 4th place. 3rd place, I have Isaiah Sanchez of Shiocton getting 3rd. Braden Johnson of Cumberland finishing 2nd. And your champion, Tyler Paulson of Aquinas, bracket buster.
4 Bros is going to be proud of you this week with all of your non-chalk. Your non-chalk talk. They can't say he's a homer, folks. He hates everybody around here.
Going to Evansville. D2, 144 pounds. We have a couple area wrestlers. Nathan Johnson, the 4 seed of Dodgeville, the 39-8 senior, and Dylan Weigel of Belmont Platteville, the 2 seed, the 55-1 senior. Walk me through this one.
Weigel as your champ is who I have.
Okay.
Just so hard to score on.
Yes.
I don't know that 1 seed, but and then Nathan Johnson, I think gets beat in the quarters by Fick, comes back for 5th or 6th.
I have Aiden Peters of Seymour finishing 4th. Ethan Immel, the 1 seed of Kewaskum, finishing 3rd. Landon Fick of Plymouth finishing 2nd. And I have Weigel as well. So you can't say that I hate our conference.
Well, they're closer to Evansville, I guess. So maybe as
way.
you get closer,
They're
you
on
start
the way.
liking them more. I don't know what it is.
All right, D3, 144 pounds. We have one area wrestler, Mason Scullion, the 12 seed from Mineral Point, the 32-10 junior. Talk a little bit about that one.
I think he loses round 1, and he's fighting back on the backside, hoping for 5th or 6th.
Okay.
I've got Flaggy from Aquinas winning that one.
You are. What is in that Diet Pepsi, sir?
No calories.
You think he can hold Carson Bussin? They're not even in the same league, I don't think.
Okay.
Brody Meese ran away from him because
I forgot about Bussin.
Well, do some research, sir. Aaron Ketter of Stratford.
Can I change my pick?
Yes.
Okay, I'm taking Bussin. Flaggy's in the finals. Bussin beats him.
Now you're just copying my brackets. Aaron Ketter of
I've
Stratford
got
finishing 4th. I have Mason Grotesque of Westfield area, as Teague would call the all caps. I have Flaggy of Aquinas finishing 2nd. And I don't think that, Carson Bussin, I think, handles business quite easily, honestly.
So Bussin is the guy that Brody Meese beat last year in the semifinals at state, gave Brody 2 of his 3 losses this year, and Brody went down to 38.
Correct.
Whether it was because of him or not, we don't know. We don't know. But 150 pounds, D3.
Got 2 local wrestlers, Mason Hurd, the 8 seed from Prairie du Chien, the 42-8 senior, and Lakota Brewer, the 2 seed of Riverdale, the 38-5 junior. What do you got going on here, sir?
I've got Brewer getting to the semis.
Okay.
And I'm going to be the homer and say he's back in the finals. The move worked in his favor. Back in the finals. Gets unfortunately beat in the finals by Klug.
Okay. I have Kingston Galtka of Partyville finishing 4th. I have Benjamin Miller of Wittenberg Burningwood finishing 3rd. And then I have a 10 seed in the finals. Taven Brockup of Parkview Albany finishing 2nd. And then your champ, I think Klug handles business fairly easily on Saturday. What? Bomb camp? What did I say? Okay. D3 157 with 1 area wrestler. Emmett Collins, the 3 seed from Mineral Point. 30-7 junior. What do you think?
I think that he gets beat in the quarterfinals by Tritz and is fighting back the backside for 5th or 6th place.
Yeah, I would agree that Tritz beats someone in the quarterfinals there and advances to the semifinals. I have Dylan Hood of Kenosha St. Joseph finishing 4th. Swain Stetzel of Marathon finishing 3rd. Gavin Tritz of Assumption finishing 2nd. And Colin Ham of WIAA Fremont finishing 1st place. So you got one in that one?
Ham.
Yeah. All right, D2, 165 pounds. We have 1 area wrestler. Hawken Peterson of Dodgeville, the 1 seed.
Now that is a 4-time watch.
That one is 100% 4-time watch. The 46-0 senior, undefeated in high school. What do you got?
Walks away with, at minimum, a major decision in the finals.
Against?
I'll take the chalk one here and go Haas.
Okay.
The 3 seed.
I have DeMarco Trullo of Racine St. Catherine's Lutheran finishing 4th. Grant Meckler of Port Washington finishing 3rd. Easton Camroot of Mount Horeb Barneville finishing 2nd. And then Hawken Peterson winning his 4th title, remaining unbeaten to be your champ. D3, 165 pounds. We have 2 area wrestlers. Jackson Bussey, the 1 seed. Iowa Grant Highland, 37-4 senior. And Jacob Dannenberg, the 40-9 junior from Mineral Point as the 3 seed. Walk me through this one.
I've got this going as chalk as possible. So I've got Bussey winning it as the 1 seed versus Richards, the 2 seed. Dannenberg gets beat in the semifinals and gets third or fourth.
I have a Bussy Dannenberg rematch in the third place match, and I have Dannenberg winning that one. So Bussy finishing fourth, Dannenberg finishing third. And then I have Logan Peterson of Cumberland finishing second, with your champion being Liam Richards of Oostburg.
We're getting into the fun stuff now.
D3 175, 3 area wrestlers. We have Brock Hinderman, the 1 seed, 43-4 junior from Iowa Grand Highland. And we have the 12 seed, Jake Kramer, 37-17 sophomore from Berta Sheen. And the 7 seed, Maximus Zolo, the 30-8 freshman from Darlington.
I've got Hinderman getting beat in the semis by Peterson from Lena.
Really?
And getting third place is Hinderman.
Really?
I've got Zolo getting beat by Race in the quarters, fighting back for that 5th, 6th. And I've got Kramer losing round 1 and then having a hiccup again on the backside at some point before the 5th place match.
I have Kramer finishing 4th. I have Zolo finishing 3rd. I'm going all area wrestlers
I
here.
see this.
Brock Hinderman finishing 2nd.
Wow.
With Brandon Wright of Turtle Lake, Clayton. being the
Okay.
champ.
Going out on a limb. You are feeling spicy tonight.
Division 3, 190 pounds. We have 3 area wrestlers. The 14 seed Ty Cutts, 26-18 sophomore from Iowa Grand Highland. And the 7 seed Callum Chris, 17-6 junior from Darlington. And the 2 seed Nolan Hankey, the 41-5 senior from Lancaster. Walk me through that one.
I've got Hankey Christ quarterfinals, the 2 seed versus 7 seed. Hankey advances to get beat in the semifinals by Hoffman. Hoffman advancing to the finals on the bottom side, taking out Ty Cutts in his wake. And Hankey coming back for third.
I have Nolan Hankey finishing 4th. Simon Schwabe of Random Lake finishing 3rd. Brody Hoffman of Wabino Loina 3 Lakes finishing 2nd. And your champion, Owen Schoch of Michigan. Who do you got winning that one?
I have Mishicot.
Okay, D3, 215 pounds, 3 area wrestlers. 1 seed Jack Simmons, the 48-8 senior from Prairie du Chien. The number 4 seed Thoy Regitz, 37-5 sophomore from Lancaster. And the 14 seed Gage Ruff, the 22-10 junior from Darlington.
I've got Ruff getting beat round 1, fighting back on the backside for something, hopefully, not sure it's going to be there. And then I've got a Regitz Simmons semifinals match. Regitz taking it, and Lancaster getting a state champion in Regitz. Simmons getting 3rd.
I have Jack Simmons getting 4th. Trent Publicki of Crandon getting 3rd. Jack Steinmeier of Spring Valley Elmwood finishing 2nd. And your champion, Jabin Lawson of Marquezan.
Not a Regitz fan.
I have Steinmeier in the finals, and Steinmeier and Regitz would hit each
Wow.
other in the quarters.
Wow. Hates area kids. Let me guess. This next one, you're not picking an area kid either. Go ahead.
T3, 285 pounds. We have the 2 seed Grant Matthews, the 50-3 senior from Riverdale, returning state champion. What do you got?
We've seen it twice, folks. Bi-state finals, sectional finals. Martin's taking them both. I've got Martin taking the 3rd.
Okay.
Matthews, 2nd place. Martin, 1st place.
I have Grant Matthews finishing 4th.
Wow, ooh-wee.
I have Mitchell Roeder of Kewanee finishing third, Zach Hellendrug of Boyceville finishing second, and Tyson Martin of Aquinas finishing first.
Okay. All right. Now, folks, you've been waiting this whole time. The two Richland Center Hornets at 100 pounds, Kaylee Spildy, and at 120 pounds, Madison Mueller.
Are you kidding me?
Muller.
You said Madison.
Madeline. I think I said Madeline, didn't I? I was talking about going to Madison with Madeline.
To watch Madeline.
Yeah.
You just
Okay,
got so
Madeline.
excited about Madison.
Mueller. There we go. Sorry, Maddie. Mad Dog.
There we go. Talk me through this one.
All right, so Spildy, the 9 seed, has the Bondul girl, which I believe we lost to earlier in the year. I have Spildy losing a tight one there, fighting back on the backside for hopefully 5th or 6th place to get on the podium.
I have Albrecht of Milton finishing 4th. Cook of Freedom finishing 3rd. Beckett of Notre Dame finishing 2nd. And O'Connell of Regis Altoona finishing 1st.
So if Spildy wins this first round match, she will take on the 1 seed, the 39-2 sophomore, in the quarterfinals.
Correct.
120 pounds, Madeline Mueller.
A.K.A. Madison. Madison
Mad Dog, Maddie Mueller.
What do you got?
I've got, so this is a sectionals rematch, round 1 with the Sauk Prairie girl. I've got Maddie winning that one. In the quarterfinals, she's got Cody, a nationally ranked 9th or 10th ranked girl there. From what I've gathered, the 2 through 7 seed are very close. I've got her getting beat there and then fighting back for 5th place.
Nice. I have Angela Banaki of Two Rivers finishing 4th.
I've got Banaki as my champion.
That's good to know. I'm sure everyone was just waiting, wondering, what is Kyle thinking here? All right, and then I have Morgan Johnson of DeForest finishing 3rd, and then I have Cody of Princeton Green Lake finishing 2nd, with my champion being Cora Stewart of Port Washington.
There you go. That's the roundup of the boys area wrestlers. Zach and I have not saw enough of the other area girls outside of Richland Center to really put a good educated guess as best it is for them. So we apologize for anybody that tuned in for that. But we don't want to butcher it and go out on a limb with just going on records and names. So good luck to all area wrestlers. Wrestling starts Thursday at 2 p.m. for the girls and 6 p.m. for the boys Thursday night. State tickets are hard to come by this year.
I got mine.
We've got ours. They are hard to come by, though, so if you are looking for them, they're not selling them at the door.
Nope.
So find them. Good luck. It's a brutal one. Sold out. Usually Thursdays you could still buy it. Sounds like Thursdays are even sold out this year. So next week, looking ahead, we will recap Dodgeville youth tournament that we had this year, or this weekend. We did have 5 champions on the youth side. We've got Class of X results to go over next week. And a special guest from the high school will be in studio next week.
I think we throw out the results and we make it just about that special guest.
We could do that if you want.
That's what I want to do.
All right. We'll decide off air.
I've decided.
But look for next week's show. Good luck, Maddie and Spildy.
And all other area local wrestlers.
And all other area local wrestlers. Remember, big or small, we've got them all. We'll see everybody at the state tournament.